And so we meet again. My favorite swordfish at Sea Life in the Mall of America. Still hanging out. Help me! Help me! Good to see you again, my friend. And so it is another beautiful day for an adventure here on Tommy Travels. We are at Sea Life in the Mall of America. It is a return trip. One of my original adventures was here at SeaWorld, but it was just me walking around. This time we're gonna see if we can get some expert knowledge dropped on us about some of the sharks that they have in this place. And if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. And welcome to another edition of Tommy Travels. It's Tommy Travels. This should be fun, guys, so come on with me. Let's go see what there is to see. And we have come across their Coral Sea exhibit. And here's some coral that they have in the tank. And these are all living creatures. This one right here is called a green star polyp. And they are often known as the weeds of the sea because of how fast they grow. Look, just moving around there. This guy looks a tad mesmerized by it. He's like, whoa, that's trippy, man. I gotta get out of here. And we are now entering the Rainbow Reef area of the exhibit. Look at these guys. Lots of beautiful fish swimming. Oh, look at this. We got a turtle swimming right by us. Hello there, big guy. Welcome to Tommy Travels. This place, it's just non-stop amazement. Look at that. Whoops, I just hit the camera on the glass there. But you kind of lose your depth perception a little bit in this place. It almost feels like you're really under the sea with these guys. And this is the Wild Amazon area. Hello. What a beautiful little guy that is. Whoa, hello, sir. Just swimming by. So relaxing. Whoa, look at this one. I have no idea what that is, but that is one of the most unique looking fish I've ever seen. Holy cow. Look at him going by there. Giving us a great view of pretty much all angles here. Wonderful, beautiful creature.
What you're looking through is about 3.5 inches thick. And because it's curved, it is going to mess with your vision. Everything down here looks smaller to you. You do need to add a good 20% to the size of all the animals you see in our tunnel, just not me. Now, shark are 2 tunnels long, about 500,000 gallons of water, about 78 degrees and 15 feet deep. Now, sharks are made out of cartilage. Actually, the only bones you'll find on a shark is its jaw bones and teeth. Now, on humans, a lot of our cartilage is in our ears, the end of our nose, some in our knees and joints as well. But cartilage is very, very bendy. Great for swimming and makes sharks very efficient swimmers. Also weighs less than bone, so again, helping them swim. Now, who would have thought that sharks can camouflage? But they actually can. Now, they're gray on top, so should you be in a boat looking down, it is going to reflect with the water to help camouflage the shark. But should you be on the bottom in the sand, looking up out their white at the bottom to help reflect off that. Now, sharks' skin feels like sandpaper. They were actually harvested for sandpaper back in the 1800s. Now, what they have on them are called dermal denticles, loosely translated skin teeth. Now, if I were to look at the shark skin under a low-power microscope, what I'd see would look like the top of a witch's hat, kind of a cone-like appearance. And that is another thing that makes sharks such efficient swimmers. They are able to cut right through those currents and tides. Now, the back fin is called the caudal fin. That's what propels them forward. The fin on their back is a dorsal fin. Most people know about that one. See it out of the water. That is also going to aid them in swimming, help them cut right through the currents. Now, the two fins on the sides are the pectorals. Now, they're not a pectoral like a turtle where they use them to swim. These are more, think like airplane wings for balance. You can tell the boys from the girls. Boy sharks have two extra appendages underneath. They almost look like fingers. They're called claspers. The girls have none, and typical to the fish world, girls are bigger than boys. Now, we do get asked a lot, do the sharks sleep in here? They do. If you see a shark swimming super, super slow, he's most likely sleeping. So why doesn't he run into other animals or run into the sides of the tank? Well, where we have 5 senses, they have 6. That 6th sense is called the ampulle de Lorenzini. It's a goofy name, I didn't name it. But it's actually an organ in their nose, and it picks up electromagnetic pulses. So, gonna help them hunt, but also keep them from running into things or bouncing off the aquarium. Now, it is true, some sharks always have to move to breathe. But some sharks, like nurse sharks and our wobbegong sharks, can lay at the bottom and they do a special kind of breathing where they open their mouth and actually force air across their gills so they can stay at the bottom. And then the third type in the shark family are like our sawfish, guitarfish, and stingrays. They actually have a second set of gills. Those 2 holes behind their eyes are called spiracles. And that entails these animals to hang at the bottom and they can breathe just perfectly. Now, sharks, their eyesight's not so great. And we get asked a lot, can the sharks see us in the tunnel? And it's a very good question. Sharks cannot see colors. Sharks can't see black and white. What they see is light and dark and murky outlines. So the sharks know there's something in the tunnel here, but they couldn't tell you if it was another shark, a human, or a polar bear for that matter. We're just kind of blobs to them. And that is the problem with mistaken bites. Now, it is true, sharks are an apex predator, a top predator, but they mistakenly bite 4 to 5 people a year. Typically, it's people on surfboards. From underneath a surfboard, that looks like a seal or a turtle. So what sharks do is they go up and take a test bite, and we have all done a test bite when we've had to try new food we didn't want to. So sharks take that first bite, and typically it's going to be like a hand or a leg because people are paddling. Well, humans are loaded with bones. That is way too hard to digest. The sharks don't want to do that. Also, humans don't have oil in them. We actually have no nutritional value for a shark, and they spit us out every time. Now, talking about oil, well, you can see fish all over this tank going up and down in the water. That's buoyancy. And they can do that because they have a swim bladder. It's a pocket of gas. They increase or decrease to go up and down. But sharks don't have a swim bladder. Hey, but we see sharks going up and down. It is because they have a big, oily liver. It's on top of their body. It's about 70% of their body weight. Oil floats on water. That allows them buoyancy. Now they must constantly refill it with oil. That's typically why they eat seals in nature. Loaded with oil. It's not for the fat, it's for the oil. Now here, we're not going to feed them seals. Herring, mackerels, bonitas, bluefish, sardines, and anchovies. Now in nature, sharks only eat about once every 2 weeks. Not very often. So they conserve their energy. They look at everything as, is it worth my energy to go do that? Well, here, we feed our sharks Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But each time we feed them, we only feed them about 6 to 7% of their body weight. So our sharks never get hungry. Our sharks never go in their hunting mode. So when they look at these other fish, it is not worth their energy to go chase them. And it works very well. Now, when we feed our sharks, we typically feed them up behind me at that blue light. We feed them with a giant pair of tongs. And each shark has its own kind of dinner bell. We click the tongs, and each shark knows when it's his turn because he either has like 2 clicks and a splash, or maybe 4 clicks, and they know when to come in and get their food. This ensures that we are making sure each shark gets his portion. Now, should a shark not finish his portion, we actually reweigh that. We keep track of what everybody eats here. Now, we do have the different sharks here. You're going to see this guy here, the sand tiger, with those needle sharp teeth. Now, sharks can lose up to 30,000 teeth in their lifetime. That means it averages to losing 2 to 7 teeth every time they bite something. But they have this great adaptation. In their jawbone, they have 5 to 7 rows of teeth at all times, even up till they pass away. And this ensures that the shark can either roll 1 tooth over or a whole row of teeth over, anywhere from 2 hours to a week. It just depends on the species of shark. So now our sand tigers you see there, they are our biggest sharks in here. We have 9 of them. Our biggest one, Fiona, she's about 11 feet and over 300 pounds. Now we do have sandbar sharks. They are right here, rounded nose. Those speedy guys can go 35 miles an hour. They're our fastest animal here. Now we also have nurse sharks. They tend to stay at the bottom. Now nurse sharks, an adult, can tell about 14 feet. Also, they have comb-like teeth like this artifact I have here. Now nurse sharks stay at the bottom. They pick their food off the bottom. So their teeth are very sharp at the top to pick the food up, but it spreads out like the comb to keep it in their mouth. Now we have a wobbegong shark, kind of in that little shipwreck there. He's at the bottom, he's kind of tan and brown spotted. Wobbegong sharks are an ambush hunter. They come from Australia and New Zealand. They have whiskers or barbels. They like to hang out in grassy areas. Fish think those whiskers are herbs, and as the fish comes in, he strikes out almost like a snake and grabs the fish. We also have reef sharks in here, white-tip reef sharks. They're going to top out at 5 to 6 feet, and they literally have white tips on their fins, so pretty easy to find. Now, these guys are nocturnal. They are from Indonesia, so these guys are going to depend a lot on the Ambiel de Lorenzini, so they don't run into things. Now, this wonderful stingray in front of me with the cheetah print, that is a honeycomb stingray. Now, also, I have a guitar fish right here, 2 of them. Now, these are the full-size guitar fish where you saw the dwarf shovelnose in our stingray lagoon. The school of fish are blue runners. We have a big red grouper behind that school of fish. Let's see here. We also have our female sawfish right in the corner there. Now, our sawfish are critically endangered. We have a boy and a girl. Our girl Duchess, 16 feet and 500 pounds. She's our biggest fish here. Her boyfriend Duke, 13 feet and 300 pounds. The big gray fish through the middle is a Cavalli Jack. We also have, let's see here, one goes by. We have horse-eyed jacks. Those are more Cavalli Jacks. We have horse-eyed jacks as well. Now this is Lola. Lola is a bowmouth guitar fish. She's critically endangered. She's 140 pounds. And actually, there's only 4 in aquariums in the world.
Wow.
Now, she moves like a shark, but she has the mouth of a stingray, so she has no teeth. She crushes and grinds her food. It's very cool. Now, we do have southern stingrays in here, gray ones. They're the females. Males are smaller. They're in that rainbow reef. Right through our shipwreck, that is a Queensland grouper. At last weigh-in, he was over 400 pounds.
Wow.
He's a big boy. Let's see here. What do we got? We got more Cavalli Jacks coming by. Oh, we have one of our 400-pound loggerhead turtles here. That is Emilio. We have Emilio and Calypso, both over 400 pounds. Now, you can tell the difference between the two. Emilio actually has some pretty big deformities. His back fins aren't formed right, his tail's corkscrewed. So when he does swim, he kind of drags himself. Now, these are rescue turtles, and that is the way it is for sea turtles in aquariums. Because they are rescue turtles, aquariums can have them. Otherwise, they're critically endangered animals, and we would not be allowed to have them. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any of our golden. Ah, there's a little white tip right there. You can see the white tip on his fin.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I'm not seeing a yellow trevally, and I'm not seeing a horse-eyed jack go by. Horse-eyed jacks are a smaller fish, but they have very big brown eyes. Where they get their name, horse eyes, from, because they do look like a big old horse eye. And then the golden trevally has a yellow sheen to his tail, and he almost has yellow zebra stripes on him. It's a very attractive fish. I think that's everybody we have here. Oh, there's a good picture of one of our little white tips. Now, we do offer behind-the-scenes tours where you can go into our lab, our kitchen, our deck, see these animals from a different angle, learn a little bit more about them. We also offer annual memberships where you can come back and see our animals as we change. Now, we are undergoing construction here, so there are going to be some big changes coming in the next few months. So hopefully everybody will come back and see when we open our new rainforest exhibit. We're going to get a lot of creepy crawlies coming in. We hope you have a really good evening here at Sea Life Mall of America.
And here we have a whole room full of jellyfish. Look at all the jellyfish in this tank swimming around. And then they've got another jellyfish tank over here. Oh, no, those are plastic bags. And poor sea turtles who like to eat jellyfish always get confused, and it can damage their internal organs, as the sign says. We're in the Amazon area right now, and look at these fish that they have. You could just pan around all day and watch these guys float by. Everyone just as beautiful as the next. And this is the Sturgeon Lake area. The sturgeon is, of course, the fish that Sturgeon Lake was named after. And I thought this would be a good mesmerizing way to end this video for Tommy Travels. And if you guys like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope to catch you on the flip side.